so I came back.
You came back for me?
Yeah, of course I came back for you. Well, I appreciate you for repping Caitlin Clark, who's the absolute.
So, it's amazing how different somebody like Cynthia Cooper is to Sheryl Swoopes. They played together, but the difference in the hateration, the pettiness, the jealousy that comes from one former player versus the other former player is stark and
Cynthia Cooper just handed Caitlin Clark a massive dose of respect, an entire bouquet of praise, wrapped in sparkle and delivered with the elegance of a ballerina gliding on a hoverboard. But here's where things get interesting. Her former teammate, Sheryl Swoopes, offered compliments that felt a little different, more shadow than spotlight, like sunshine during a solar eclipse. So, what are we really watching here? Genuine WNBA admiration, or a sneaker-clad soap opera playing out in real time? Stay tuned as we break down the tension, pour out the steaming hot tea, and reveal why Cooper's classy show of respect might actually highlight Swoopes' biggest foul yet.
Clark. So we all know these WNBA veterans, for the most part, has not been very welcoming, besides your Sue Birds, your Cheryl Millers, and a few others. But when it comes to Sheryl Swoopes and them, oh, there's some serial haters, bruh. Now, Lisa Leslie, she been alright, but she criticized the time too. But with all that being said, Cynthia Cooper made it her business to big up Caitlin Clark.
But then someone finally stepped into the conversation with a bit of real class. Cynthia Cooper, a true basketball icon, one of the league's original scorers, and a player who practically carried the early WNBA on her shoulders like it was a backpack filled with championships. And what did she do? She gave Caitlin Clark genuine credit. Not some half-hearted, yeah, she's decent kind of comment, but thoughtful, meaningful praise that actually acknowledged the level of talent Clark brings to the game. Imagine that, recognizing a once-in-a-generation player and responding with respect instead of the constant background noise that seems to pop up whenever Sheryl Swoopes hears Clark's name.
So this is Cynthia Cooper. This is one of the greatest WNBA players of all time. Again, somebody that is an absolute legend in their own.
Look, have you guys ever heard of Cynthia Cooper Dyke? Some consider her to be the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. She is a legend in women's basketball.
Now, let's break down this whole circus for a second. Cynthia Cooper watches Caitlin Clark play and basically says, yeah, this kid is something special. And honestly, she's not wrong. We're talking about a rookie who shows the court vision of Sue Bird, the deep shooting range of Stephen Curry, and the calm confidence of a player who's been in the league for a decade, even though she's only 22. Cooper looks at that kind of talent and sees the bigger picture. It's great for the game and great for the future of the sport. Meanwhile, Sheryl Swoopes seems to be off in the corner trying to come up with complicated math to question Clark's scoring records, almost like she's inventing her own version of WNBA-style Common Core, just to make the numbers fit her argument.
And then Cynthia Cooper. Cynthia Cooper was sitting in court and she had a lot to say about a certain somebody named Caitlin.
Remember when Sheryl Swoopes claimed that Caitlin Clark wasn't really the all-time NCAA scoring leader because she supposedly had an extra year to do it? Right? The mysterious fifth season that Clark never actually used. Apparently, if you break records and your name isn't Angel Reese, Swoopes suddenly wants a full investigative audit. The implication was basically that Clark racked up her numbers with some kind of cheat code. Meanwhile, if Reese had a rough stat line, say a tough shooting night with turnovers and fouls piling up, Swoopes would still be applauding like she just witnessed the Mona Lisa magically paint itself.
If we say her stats are today, what?
20 points, 8.4 assists, 6 rebounds.
That's crazy.
But
that's crazy.
5.6
turnovers.
Those are
hell of a number.
Those are hell of a number.
But to me, that's not dominating.
Yeah, it's only not dominating because she's a rookie.
Now,
if she's putting up numbers like Asia right now, would she be dominating?
Yes.
So it's a
And let's not forget, Sheryl Swoopes' analysis doesn't just feel biased, it feels loudly biased. While everyone else is watching Caitlin Clark light up the court with highlight reel assists and logo range three-pointers, Swoopes seems to be on a never-ending anti-Clark speaking tour, like she's delivering a personal TED Talk dedicated to questioning the hype. Meanwhile, the rest of the basketball world is looking at the same thing and thinking something much simpler. Clark's talent is obvious. Whether it's the scoring, the playmaking, or the attention she's bringing to the game, the reality is hard to ignore. Right now, Caitlin Clark isn't just another player in the spotlight, she's the moment.
But despite the attendance and viewership records, there seems to be some haterade in the league in regards to Clark, starting with WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes herself.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese, the player Sheryl Swoopes so often champions, has recently been shifted away from her usual role. The idea? Help the Chicago Sky generate more offense and, ideally, stack up a few more wins. Funny how things change. Back in college, when Reese was grabbing rebounds left and right like a claw machine on overdrive, everyone called it elite dominance. But in a pro system that doesn't reward missed layups or chasing your own rebounds, the numbers suddenly start to look a little less legendary. And then there's the ticket sales conversation, because nothing measures impact quite like actual attendance. Early figures from the WNBA made one thing clear: Caitlin Clark isn't just boosting interest, she's driving massive demand. In some markets, the crowds showing up for Clark-related games have even rivaled attendance for NBA matchups. Meanwhile, Reese hasn't produced the same ticket frenzy, yet some voices still try to frame her as the main attraction bringing the spotlight to the league. Remember last year when Reese confidently said Clark wasn't the only one bringing eyes to the game? That statement sounded bold at the time. But when the topic came up again later, the response was noticeably quieter. More of an awkward pause than a powerful follow-up. The question hung in the air, and the silence said plenty.
And I heard you gave me my flowers. Oh, I got a little emotional. So I'm also going to return this to you. One, because you deserve it.
Thank you.
As a Black woman, to watch you walk in your truth, regardless of what everybody says, how they feel. Perfect name for this podcast. I love how you just keep proving.
Angel Reese, 170,000. Her games continuously get the lowest viewed rating.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
How funny is this clip will go down in infamy. It will go down in history, right? Until she starts drawing the big numbers, this will always be the clip that gets used as in, oh, you really thought you were something.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps putting up rookie numbers so wild that people almost feel like they're reading an NBA stat line by mistake. She's breaking records, delivering highlight plays, handling interviews with poise, and somehow still getting treated like she slipped into the league through a side entrance. It almost feels like some people are so focused on protecting their own era that they've forgotten the real mission is to grow the game, not guard it like an overzealous HOA president on a power trip. That's why seeing Cynthia Cooper step in and say, in essence, maybe we should recognize Caitlin's greatness instead of acting like it's a problem, feels like such a refreshing moment. It's the rare case of a true legend behaving like one, lifting up the next generation rather than feeling threatened by it. Real greatness doesn't panic when new stars arrive. It acknowledges them and celebrates what they bring to the sport. Meanwhile, Sheryl Swoopes still seems stuck in a place where giving Clark credit feels like it might somehow diminish her own legacy. But that's not how it works. Praising a rising star doesn't erase history. It adds to it. And right now, the only thing making Swoopes look smaller in this conversation is Swoopes herself.
She out here balling.
But they don't want to say that.
Yeah,
They don't want to give it to her.
I'm telling you, Caitlin Clark is an absolute truth.
From every side. From an all-around basketball.
Yeah. You can see her creating for others.
Yes.
You can see her shooting her shot. You can
Yes.
see her getting to the free throw line
Yes.
like she a ball.
And make everybody else go.
They just
Cynthia Cooper and Sheryl Swoopes seem to be looking at the same diamond, but seeing two completely different things. Cynthia Cooper sees brilliance and acknowledges the impact Caitlin Clark is having on the WNBA, more fans, bigger TV attention, and arenas filling up with people wearing Indiana Fever jerseys. Meanwhile, Sheryl Swoopes continues to question the hype instead of recognizing the moment. The difference is simple. Cooper shows how legends respond to rising greatness with respect and support, while Clark keeps letting her game speak for itself, breaking records and staying composed despite the noise around her.